brought to you by the Word Mission. This is specifically concerning when we find ourselves in crisis, when we find ourselves in hard times, in troubles. Now, if you check at your life, you will notice that each time you're going through a challenge, for example, let's say financial situation, you will do everything possible. You can even have little sleep just because you want to sort yourself out. You see, you put in a lot of energy. Some people go ahead to learn new things. You discover that during that time you try a lot of things. You tried a lot of things, trying to, put your hand here and there to make sure that things go on well. And bam, after several trials, you will find something that works. And then once you come out from that situation, there is this laxity that comes in. It just goes down like that. That energy reduces, that force goes down, and you become now cold again. And after some time, you will have used up everything that you acquired during that time of hard work. And then crisis will step in again. That's the reason for the up and down of many lives. You see, because that time you're struggling, you're working hard because you're in trouble, because you need money, you need to sort yourself out. Then immediately you get yourself comfortable, you slow down. Now that time you're slowing down, you're using up everything you acquired during your hard work. And then after that period you're slowing down, you are affecting the future, and so crisis will step in again. That's the reason you find out that many people choose to think that being employed is secured. Yeah, because when you are employed, you don't have room to relax. You are actually working every day that you're supposed to work in a month, and this is because there is somebody whom if you don't work, you will not be paid, and it goes on and on and on, and then you have a constant flow of salary. But if you were to work on your own, there are days where you will get up and you will not want to go to work because you thought that maybe you worked enough the previous day. But it ought not to be so. Instead, it's supposed to be a motivation for you to work even harder. So if you want to go above up and down, crisis and non-crisis, you have to come to that level where you work not because you're poor, you work not because you're broke, you put in effort not because you are down. It is the same thing spiritually, physically, in every direction. Some people, they start seeking help only when they are down. But no, you are supposed to be on constant mentorship, on constant studies, on constant improvement, on everything. You are supposed to keep on going. You see, and when you keep on going, even when you have excess, you still work the same way. Then the accumulation of the excesses is what makes you rich. Whether it's spiritually, whether it's physically, whether it's emotionally, in your relationships, in your family, in your marriage, in your career, in every direction, is the same thing. It's a rule, which if you break it, it's actually a natural rule to retard after a long time of hard work. It's a natural rule. It's like the law of inertia. So it's kind of an energy something must motivate you to start, and then when you start, you keep on going until something stops you. And if something stops you to start again, something must motivate you to start again. So something like that. And but it's not supposed to be like that. It's not supposed to be like that for your life. You can decide. If you can break that law, if you can break that rule, that is what the rich have mastered. That is why you see people like that rich in the world, they keep on getting richer, and they keep on. It's not only because of the opportunities they have, it's also because they have developed. What first of all made them rich is the system they have developed, the attitude they have developed, the characters they have developed, the principles they have developed. And that is what they keep on applying day in, day out. So you ask yourself, that was Dangote looking for? What after all the money he has? Now, most of us will just, if we reach the level of half or 1/10 of Dangote, we will just shut down. No, we'll shut down. We'll call everybody and tell them we are not working again. But that's not supposed to be so. Yes. Even if you see a student will score high on an exam, and on the next one, the student score low. Why? Because the student has discovered just felt relaxed after the first high score. Now, but excellent students don't do like that. When they score high, they want to even score even higher. That is it. That's why you see the excellent students keep on excelling, and then the mediocre students keep on remaining mediocre. Once they score a high, the next time you are seeing them, they are back to their position or even lower, so that it will balance up. Yes, it's not because just of the ability, but it's a principle also that has been developed in them. And I would like us to develop those principles. What are those things that you do? You can sleep 2 hours, 3 hours, 4 hours per day just because you are trying to work hard to meet up with certain things. Why not develop a principle that every day, rather than waiting for crisis, that I will sleep now for 2 hours, and then when there's no crisis, I sleep for 8-10 hours. You better develop a principle that I will sleep for 6 or 5 hours every day. Now it will balance up, and then there will be no time of stress, and your system will be used to it. And then you will keep on this. You will find out yourself, you will not have that moment where you will need to go down to sleep for 2 hours again. At least not all the time. It may come once in a while, but it's just to catch up for something. So just make up your mind that you are going to be consistent on a principled life. On a principled life. Master the principles that make you smart. Master the principle that makes you more intelligent. Master the principle that makes you perform better, and then stick to them. Don't get satisfied at what you are doing, and then it makes you to slow down. Yes, when it makes you to slow down, that moment you're slowing down, many things overtake you. Many things, the natural ones and even others, they overtake you at that point, and the advantages you are supposed to have becomes a disadvantage to you. And why? Because others have taken that advantage, even in business, in anything, in your career, everything, even at your job site. If you do something and you're congratulated, and then you decide to become careless, know that congratulation that they gave you will become a mockery after some time. But if you make up your mind that you have to maintain this, success is more difficult to maintain than to acquire. So once you have acquired a level of success, make up your mind that you will maintain that level. And as you maintain that level, you will see your life progressing from grace to grace, from glory to glory. Some of us do things only when we are faced with challenges. For example, you get into a business because you are poor or because you are broke. You are looking for a business to do because you're broke. You are looking for something to do. Some people even think that there are some particular businesses you only do them because you are poor. That mindset should change. Sometimes maybe if you're doing everything, those things you're doing when you're broke, if you would do them when you are fine, you will discover that you will even do them on a better platform, and it will do something so great for you. Yes, the effort you put when you are broke, if you put the same effort when everything is fine, it will scale it up. For example, some people think that you do agriculture only when you're poor. That's a terrible mindset. And so when they are broke and they have thought of everything else, they say, man, let me end here. Let me, this one, let me try it. Let me just try this one. No, 1,000 times no. It means you are not living by vision. You are not living on purpose. You are just living anyhow. You are just trying. You're playing lucky games with your life, and time is going. You should stick on something. Yes, there are things that you can do just to make sure that you meet up with your needs, with your bills at a particular time. But there should be something you're sticking on to. That should not be like that's how your life is. shouldn't be like that. There are abilities in you that you need to explore. There are abilities in you that you need to dig into. Yes, you need to discover yourself. Find out what you can do best and put yourself at it. If it is good for God and good for people, put your best. Study. Look for mentorship. Seek for knowledge. Do research. Do things in the direction in which you are good at. Maximize your potential. The abilities in you can be made to multiply. How? By increasing your capacity. Building the capacity. It can touch many lives. It can do many things. It can bring much for you. But you should be putting value to yourself and you should be offering value to others. That will only come if you discover it and make up your mind. Put yourself that you will produce the best of you.